What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the VSO Gun Channel. And today I've got an update video for you on the Walther PDP no worky series thing that we got going on. Basically, there's some supply chain issues going on with Walther. It's a kind of across the board. I did a video on the ongoing problem that I was having, and basically within an hour of publishing that video, I got reached out to by Walther and said, hey, we're sorry. Guess what? We found a whole bunch of parts. So I'm going to walk you through putting those parts back in, and then we'll talk about the greater situation, I suppose, after we hear a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by the Modern Gun School. This is an accredited online university. Whether you're looking to learn a few things or trying to break into a career in the firearms industry, this place is set up to be streamlined and work for you so that you don't have to burn a large quantity of money to get an education in the firearms arts. And that gives you some latitude to pursue other educational pursuits like, I don't know, a business degree on top of your firearms education. So go check them out at Modern Gun School and tell them that I sent you. Let's get into today's video. So while I have the Walther PDP Pro apart for maintenance, I thought I would do an update video for you guys on what's going on with the Walther supply chain situation. So about an hour after I published that last video on the problems with Walther's supply chain, they reached out to me and forwarded me a couple packages of parts that we're going to be reinstalling in here, and basically saying, hey, guess what? We found a whole bunch of parts. And you will notice that if you go on Walther's website right now, that everything is basically in stock. So it's amazing what happens when we apply a little bit of pressure. So anyway, what we're going to do is go ahead and complete this. And then simultaneously, I'm going to be using a new tripod that I have here. So my main camera that I use has problems with lighting or with focus. My iPhone has problems with lighting. So we're going to see if this looks any better, because I just got a new tripod for my phone for travel purposes, and I want to see kind of like how stable it looks and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try to bang the table as little as possible and see how this thing all works. So anyway, what we have in here is a complete extractor assembly, it looks like. And I don't know what this is. This looks like maybe some swag and stuff like that. Yeah, a whole bunch of swag and stuff that they threw in another container. I'm not a collector of swag, but you know, some people are. So this looks like 2-hole extractor assemblies, or 2-hole assemblies for the whole thing. I see 2 extractors in there. I see 2 spring. I think I see 2 of everything. So we're just going to go ahead and dump this whole thing out here. And yeah, so what we have here is what appears to me to be, that looks weird to me. You know, I don't understand why my brain was so dumb. This is not part of the plunger assembly. This is part of the firing pin block assembly. It goes together like that. So anyway, we'll go ahead and put this together real quick. Strip the slide. And the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and assemble our extractor plunger with the calculated kinetics spring. We're just going to go ahead and dump that right in the hole, right like that. While I'm thinking about it, we'll go ahead and put the extractor spring in. All my stuff's magnetized now. Okay. Firing pin block going in. So that spring is standing upright, so that's good. No. Missed the spring. Just going to roll this on its side to be able to insert it. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. And then what we're going to do is take the extractor. We're going to stick it kind of like right like that. We need to push down on, I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see it, but I'm going to push down on this. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it goes like that. That's why it would work. Okay, so we're going to push down on the firing pin block, right like that, and we'll depress this. And we basically just have to fish this around in here, waiting for that pin to come up, and there we go. We are fully assembled again. So this gun is now alive again. If you don't get that reference, you're wrong. So I guess there was a little bit of a misconception by some folks on this, even though I stated this multiple times in the original video, that this was never about like Walther, you know, not or making me pay for springs or something like that. Look, we're talking like $40 worth of parts, and I would have literally paid $200 to get those parts to me as fast as possible, because I was waiting on those parts to do like 2 or 3 other projects. It was not about the money. It never was about that. It was about having those products available for the overall public, and them not knowing when they were going to get them or how they were going to get them or what the deal was just unacceptable. And I think most of you understood that, and Walther agrees that the current system that they're operating on for supply chain management needs to change. So hopefully this is the future moving forward, that they will be a little bit more transparent, maybe perhaps keep some more of those products sequestered for the commercial market instead of their law enforcement clients, because that was really the major problem, is that the parts were here, they're there, they hadn't been released to the market for people to be able to acquire for, as far as I can tell, months. So hopefully that's fixed, and now we can get back to work. Thanks for tuning in to the VSO Gun Channel. Hopefully we'll see you on another one here pretty soon.